This is Tom. And this is Tom's better half, me, Kelly. On this little trip, we get to use our $18 truck tent, make some really good food, and tour about 4 miles of the 400 miles of discovered caves at Mammoth Cave. But before we go, we have to get everything ready. So we've got the ice in the cooler out of the freezer. Tom approves of the $2 saved by using the ice. We've got a bag of miscellaneous things that we have identified that we need. And then one of my favorite things, the 3-inch memory foam mattress topper. I originally wanted to use the Queen Air mattress, but this was more realistic.
And the gas station at Class 6.
In the next clip, Tom tells me how to craft a story.
I have to try and craft a story. What's this story about?
Our trip to Mammoth Caves and how awesome it is.
So what do you think the scenes of this trip would be?
Getting ready,
And then
provisioning, and driving, and setting up our tent.
Getting to the campsite.
Finding the campsite.
Yep, then getting to the campsite and setting up our camp and
Scouting out where the entrance to Mammoth Caves is. And now for a quick stop at the neighborhood market.
like how you tried to class it up and call it your neighborhood market.
That's what the sign says.
It's
Walmart neighborhood market. I see asparagus. We know we need that. Asparagus. $2.47. Why don't you update us with what we've been doing the last hour?
Alright, so we have food and then we ate lunch.
Let's take US 31W5
We just got
and 65 South.
more alcohol. Now we are finally ready to leave town. Go to Mammoth.
Yeah!
Big Mike! Show me your mysteries!
As you can tell, Tom was excited for a stop at Big Mike's. Mystery House, Rocks, and Big Mo. This attraction is about 4 miles from the entrance of Mammoth Caves.
Thank you. Good stuff.
Hello!
Okay, thanks. Look at the pretty dinosaur thing. Dinosaur eggs.
So who was Big Mike? What is the Mystery House? Who's Big Mo? First, we'll start with Big Mo. Big Mo was a mosasaur, the largest in the world. His remains were found in Kansas in 1999. He's often referred to as the T-Rex of the sea. They also have pretty awesome postcards.
Really wants to get this picture.
Did you have to pay for it? Oh, Jen. Yes, let's do it.
You can also see a life-size replica of Big Mo in the parking lot. Now we're heading down to Big Mike's Gift and Rock Shop. Oh, look how pretty. What would you do with these, though? They are pretty. We could put them in the garden. I like those green colored ones. So who was Big Mike? Not this guy. Big Mike, also known as Michael A. Fontana, moved his attraction to the current site in 1989. Although he died in 1999, he will likely live on forever through his half-dozen huge billboard signs that you see on the way to the entrance of Mammoth Caves. And now I bet you're dying to know what the last attraction is, the Mystery House. The attraction used to be the site of a steakhouse, and the owners saw that the condiments sometimes dripped uphill. They thought that this was odd, so they put a mystery house there. People can go through and they can barely walk a straight line. Water flows uphill, and the shortest people in the group suddenly become the tallest. These 3 attractions have given Big Mike's the number 6 of 14 things to do in Cave City on TripAdvisor. Once we got done looking around, we were back on the roads to Mammoth Cave campsite. On the way, we saw our first deer, find our campsite, and set up our really awesome truck tent. And look how awesome our 3-inch memory foam fits. It's so comfortable. We got to the campsite about 2 p.m. and it was still really quiet and empty compared to what it was towards the end of the night. I think every site was taken. It cost us $20 to stay here at the campsite. They had restrooms at each of the campgrounds, and they also had pumps for washing, so you could clean your pots and pans, but it wasn't potable. And once I got done playing with the deer, we were setting up the hammock. For dinner tonight, we had brats and spicy Cheetos, and Tom talks a little bit in a later clip about the firewood. It was really neat. It was compressed wood. Each of them burned for about an hour, and it was $6 for the entire bundle.
Brats. Spicy Cheetos.
Of course, we had to roast some marshmallows. Tom prefers dark chocolate, and I'm more of a milk chocolate connoisseur. We ended up having s'mores on both nights.
My birthday present? Maybe it was Christmas present. Was it Christmas present? It's Valentine's Day present. Nothing says love like a new coffee pot. And then I got this for you for Valentine's Day. It's a coffee pot. So cool. I'll show you how to use that tomorrow.
Here, Tom and I are on our way to the shower rooms. The showers cost $3 each. You can buy them at the camp store. The camp store has everything that you would need if you happen to forget something. It takes tokens in the shower, but you actually don't need them. After dinner, we practiced tying knots. Here is us practicing the bow line, which is used very often. We also practice figure 8 knot, half hitch, a reef knot, and clove hitch for fenders. We practiced a lot. Of course, we couldn't forget to mail Jennifer her postcard from Enrique. And no day is complete without me shopping for boats.
The line for Mammoth Caves at Saturday, 8:20 in the morning.
And the famous park ranger.
Oh, and the famous park ranger right there. He does the historic tours.
His family has been doing Mammoth Cave tours for generations.
Hi there, tourist.
Hi, we're doing touristy things.
Yeah, we are.
And finally, off to our tour of the Mammoth Caves. Here's Tom. Just kidding. Here's our descent down the stairs. I think there was 360 some stairs to get into the caves. Of course, the camera doesn't really pick up how beautiful the caves are, but in person, they're much larger and very beautiful. On our tour, we took the Domes and Dripstones tour that also covers the frozen Niagara. We paid $15 with a military discount.
So we just finished the tour of Drips and Dome Stones, or something like that. And overall, it was a good experience. Kind of underwhelming.
Yeah, it was about an hour and a half long. Walk through the cave, walk down some steps slowly.
Walk up some more steps.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's just very touristy. And the safety was obviously a very big concern of theirs because it was all stainless steel guardrails.
The coolest things were behind, like a chain of those formations.
Yeah.
So you couldn't even take a good picture of them. But overall, the camping is pretty fun. And that's what we're doing now.
We're both pretty ready for some coffee.
Here's Tom using his Valentine's Day present to make his coffee. French press. And it just sits. So we put it back on the stove. Let it sit there so it continues to. first cup of kombucha. See how like that.
Another cool feature of Mammoth Caves is they have hundreds of hiking trails. Some take you to waterfalls, some will take you to the river. It was just kind of neat to get out and explore, and it was a beautiful day just to spend time together and take in nature. Now Tom's going to tell you about the fire logs.
Which actually turned out really well, because you'd think that it'd kind of take away a little bit of it, but it's still, I mean, a fire's a fire, and they completely dissolve into nothing, so it's actually really cool. Yeah, it's just a bunch of compressed sawdust, so it's super heavy, but they last a really long time, and like a lot less mess. So that's pretty cool.
This was a neat little spot we found. There was another area, a sinkhole, where a guy was fishing. I don't know if he caught anything, but I don't think I'd want to eat it if I had caught anything out of that. Here's Tom's awesome find. We totally walked over him. He was actually pretty small. I can't believe Tom saw him. For dinner, Tom cooked some awesome steaks. We had asparagus, it was delicious. Awesome trip overall. We love camping with our camping truck tent, and I look forward to creating more videos later on a better computer.